For me, as a film scholar, any response to the live dance performance involves finding the right distance from which to respond to the most captivating of the creative arts, which, through choreography of space, time, and bodies, involves an ethical engagement with the most pressing political issues in post-colonial times. In Bruise Blood, the strain on the female dancers' bodies, their strength, poise, tone, and beauty was so palpable up close, clearly visible to the naked eye, and the contested space between them formed a further felt presence, visceral at times, which the filmed performances necessarily made more distant. What was written so clearly on the bodies when viewed live was the painful history of struggles that are ongoing. In the live performance, white female bodies conveyed the unhealed bruises of the former, even as the inspiration for the piece was taken from the experience of a young black man. This opening out to other bodies, other genders, races, and ethnicities in another space and time suggests the importance of these issues for everyone rather than just one stratum of society. It's this translation of an embodied experience through space and time, and across the boundaries of difference, which also speaks to the shift from live to recorded performance, dance to filmed dance, dancer to spectator. In the medium of film, I am closer to my own area of knowledge, my own professional comfort zone. I note the cuts of editing and use of close-ups, film's means of dissecting bodies as well as its own body and serving them up for scrutiny, but also its means of asserting its status as art, certainly in its classical era. I further note the pace of shots and use of fixed frame and more mobile cinematography. I sense the tension created through these familiar filmic devices and am in a state of suspense. The filmed dance performance that ensued showed how these filmic effects would then be carried uniquely by the bodies of the dancers, written across the surface of the stage. That proximity to the body is suddenly screened from me through film, at the same time that the performance is being brought to me by means of screens. Yet the audio and the visual possibilities of film still capture what was more palpable up close in the live performance. The senses of distance replace those of proximity, as I obviously still see and hear, even though I am no longer close enough to touch. The sheer number of bodies in the recorded piece, as opposed to the two dancers who performed live, and the positioning of the recording, rather than the creative camera, gave a collective sense of struggle, viewed from a particular perspective. The camera eye becoming everyone's eye, regardless of where one may be sitting. The push and pull of bodies in the passage through space extends, contorts, and gestures towards the separation of limbs. Something is being, or has been pulled apart, damaged irrevocably. Yet there is also a sense of cohesion in spite of this, of dancers forging relations, creating a new language, which retains the tension and does not entirely palliate suffering, but which suggests that something is being rebuilt, albeit uneasily. The apparent dismemberment of an old language creates something new here, politically, ethically, and culturally. For me, the filmed and live performances experienced entered into a productive and thought-provoking tension, entirely consonant with the themes of the pieces themselves, products of the coruscating interweaving of music, dance, and film, lived through the bodies of dancer and spectator, and brought closer to me and my experience through the unique recording capacities of film.